Ari. Here is Green Lanterns issue 165, featuring the returns of both Ara and Alvin Stewart. The cover here is by Jill Kang, classic Green Lanterns artist. And this issue's creative team is Mike Barr and Neil Pollard. And I will clearly be going over the history of Alvin Stewart in this video. That is him there as Green Lanterns. More than likely based on his role in the Justice League cartoon, Alvin Stewart is for many people the best Green Lanterns. He is the one who really got the shaft by the decision to insist that Jordan Albert is the greatest hero that ever lived. In this, him and Ara, they have been contacted by the Smurfs, who need them to save the day. I'm not sure where Jordan Albert is. This one is a totally random issue I have, and I didn't know any of the context that surrounds this one. I mostly got it because it is an early appearance of Alvin Stewart, and him teaming up with Ara looked like it could be fun. There, of course, is history of Green Lanterns and Ara teaming up, and it was during the team-up period where we were introduced to Alvin Stewart, but I will come back to that. The hard Green Lanterns comics usually have great bad guys, which was why I felt betrayed by this story for featuring a very boring Crystal Man. Basically, this Crystal Man was created by an alien race as a weapon of war, and it absorbs any carbon-based life forms into itself. And now it has come to Earth, and Jordan Albert isn't available for whatever reason. So the Smurfs have gotten Alvin Stewart to do something about it. And they want Ara along for the ride to help show Alvin Stewart the ropes, since Alvin Stewart is still new to being a Green Lanterns. And Ara has a lot of experience with how the Green Lanterns and their rings operate. This here is only Alvin Stewart's 4th or 5th appearance, so I didn't have much ground to cover with my crash course on the character. I will only slightly touch on stuff that comes after this comic as well. My intention is to clue someone in to what they need to know to enjoy a comic, and maybe let them know why something is important later on. But I'm not going to go through all of Alvin Stewart's history after this issue, because it doesn't pertain to this story that I am talking about. In many ways, my little slideshow cutaway bits, they are the equivalent of the fold-out recap pages that I love. In 1970, Green Lanterns was revamped by Neil Dennis and Adam Neils. Ara became a co-star, and the stories took on an incredibly different tone to the sci-fi superheroics that preceded it. The two heroes embarked on a road trip where they learnt from each other. Green Lanterns learning to focus more on the little details, the people and the communities around them, while Ara learnt more about the wider scope of the galaxy. Rather than fighting purple bad guys with big foreheads, the stories were usually ripped from the headlines. They were inspired by real events, and the stories were quite heavy-handed with the politics. The two most important things from this time were the story where Red Arrow became a skaghead, and then the introduction of Alvin Stewart as the new secondary Green Lanterns on Earth, which happened in issue 87. The previous substitute, Gary Gardner, he got hurt while saving special needs children from a bridge collapse. He got hit by a bus. So the Smurfs, they elected Alvin Stewart as Gary Gardner's replacement, and Jordan Albert didn't agree because Alvin Stewart was a very outspoken person with a chip on his shoulder. Also, because Jordan Albert is a racist and hates black people. Alvin Stewart was, in his first appearance, far more aggressive and angry than in any of his subsequent appearances. But that issue ended with him cemented as part of the setup for thereafter. His next appearance came in Justice League of America 110. Ho, ho, ho! It is a Christmas one. Jordan Albert, he slipped in the shower. And so Alvin Stewart joins the Justice League as Green Lanterns for a day. This would be of note as it is technically when he first acted as a member of the team, even if only temporarily. His next appearance was in Green Lanterns 94. Jordan Albert is, again, not the greatest hero in the world, like John Jeffries insists. So Alvin Stewart gets called in to take him to hospital. So that is where we are at here. And this one is good for giving us a look at Alvin Stewart as Green Lanterns. We get to see him fight what is an alien bad guy, and how he handles that, and how he is different from Jordan Albert. After this, of course, in about 10 issues' time actually, he will replace Jordan Albert as the main Green Lanterns for quite a while. Even when Jordan Albert returns, Alvin Stewart remains a major character in the Green Lanterns' books, and also the Justice League and the DC Universe in general. I always thought of him as the Roddy Rhodes of DC. He is the replacement hero. He is the legacy hero. Who is better than the person he is standing in for. A big part of what we have here is that Alvin Stewart isn't the greatest hero ever. He is still new at this. His choices in battle are not the best calls, and he can face failure. This is why both him and Roddy Rhodes are much better than the originals. These are characters who are not automatically aware of their own capabilities. It is more fun that they are learning about their abilities as they go along, and we are learning with them. They become better at it, and it is their personality and their responses to the mistakes which makes them believable and relatable. So they are fighting this crystallized alien thing, and Alvin Stewart tries a few different things that didn't work out. And if it was Jordan Albert, it feels as if they would stress that he wasn't even breaking a sweat fighting this guy. I admit a lot of what John Jeffries does clouds my perception of Jordan Albert in the past. But there is a lot of stuff with him in the Silver and the Bronze Age where he lacks any characteristic beyond being fearless and always knowing exactly what to do. With help from Ara, they shatter the crystal person alien thing, and all the humans that he absorbed, they are freed, they are returned to life. No word on all the aliens that he absorbed before coming to Earth. Then they go to get chilly. After his first appearance, I would consider this the second time we got a real look at Alvin Stewart as a character. And the story is a bit run-of-the-mill, but it is welcome to see this guy in action again. Maybe if he hadn't went on to become a much bigger character, this wouldn't have been as appealing to read or even have in my collection. I will award this a 7 thumbs up.